Well, a very good morning to you, Naledi, and the SABC viewers. Indeed, that campaign is underway, and you can see here right behind me, the background here, that we are coming live to you from the Bapong Weighbridge here in Rustenburg, where the trucks are, of course, being weighed here to see and to also assess a few things, just to see and ensure that these trucks that pass through here are in a good condition to be on the public roads. And just to get more details on this campaign, we are going to speak to the president of the Truckers Association of South Africa, Mary Padi. Thank you very much, Mary, for joining us. Just tell us, what does this initiative entail?
We took this initiative because of the number of people that we are losing on the road. The fatality has increased so much this year that about 398 lives have been lost. And we also have seen an accident that has happened in the province in November this year, where a minibus collided with a truck and 5 lives were lost. So we took this initiative to say, in partnership with the MEC of Northwest, Ntatele Hari, to say that, let's send a message to the truckers out there, send a message to the drivers out there to say, let's hold each other's hand, we can make a difference.
And of course, around the country, the trucks, or rather the accidents that involve the trucks in particular, of course, have come under the spotlight, especially after that Boksburg incident. Just tell us, what are some of the big challenges that the freight industry faces?
What we've realized is that as engaging with drivers, is fatigue is one of those things where they've told us that they've got a challenge of traveling many hours on the road, which is something that we are addressing as an association. And the other thing is being paid by load, and therefore they want to rush to make sure that they do the number of loads for them to get a salary, which is something that we've realized that it's a stumbling block to achieve what we want to achieve. And the other challenge is that some of them are telling us they are going to different countries where they don't come back on time at home. And as an association, we are proposing the core driver system where if the driver gets tired, the other one takes over. And also maybe engage with the MEC of Northwest to say, why don't you propose the cardinal rule where we are saying in this province there's no truck that will overtake. Those are the small things, but they can happen because the truck is governed at the speed of 100. So you cannot expect any truck to be speeding than the other one.
Do you think maybe in order to prevent maybe some of such incidents, harsher steps perhaps need to be taken if, for instance, it's a case of negligence?
Definitely. Hence, we are part of the task team as TASA, a system that was implemented by the Minister of Transport, where we signed and committed to make sure that we look at the 11-point plan. One of the things there is what TASA proposed, operating license regulation of this industry. They mean to regulate it. Any operator that is making a mistake on the road, they are going to be suspended. So for now, everybody can start this business without really considering any laws that have been placed by the Minister of Transport. So we are happy that there's a progress. It has passed in September on the 29th at Parliament, and we are waiting for the NCOP for them to sign the final document. But regulation is a key to everything.
Thank you very much. Well, there you have it, Mary Padi from TASA, just to speak just for a few minutes to the MEC of Community Safety and Transport Management here in the Northwest, Sellwane Khakhau. So thank you very much for joining us. Just tell us, when we bring it down to the Northwest, do we find that trucks in particular contribute to accidents, or it's not as bad here?
No, thank you very much. I'm here with the MMC for Public Safety at Madiwe Local Municipality, Councillor Feni Mutepe, and the President of TASA. Well, as far as the province is concerned, maybe also after having a partnership with TASA, fatalities caused by accident in Northwest, especially from the 1st of December until today, there's not too much. We thank the partnership between us and TASA. We are doing very well. We are here today as an awareness to make sure that drivers they are alert. As she said, drivers must have time to rest. Drivers must have co-drivers. If those things can be considered, I think we are going to reduce fatalities on the road.
And then also, in as much as today the focus is on the trucks, let's also talk about the small vehicles, because also they do cause fatalities on the roads. How do those statistics look at this point, comparing it to the previous year?
By now, from the 1st of December, we are at 63 fatalities, people who pass on the road in terms of accident. By last year, this time, we are around 77, the difference of 14, which is not enough. But we are trying our best because we have traveled all over the province. We went to cities in this province. We are from Glasgow, Potchefstroom, Mafeking, Rustenburg, to make sure that we reduce fatalities on the road.
Just as we wrap up, what is your message to the truck drivers out there, but also the motorists out there in general?
As I said earlier, one, they must respect the rules of the road. Their cars must be roadworthy. They must have license. They must be alert all the times. They must have time to rest. On truck drivers, they must have co-drivers, as I say. Now, if they can respect the rules of the road, I think we are going to have less fatalities on the ground.
Thank you very much, MEC. Well, there you have it. You did hear there some of the reasons why we see accidents on the roads, amongst which is fatigue, and also situations where you find one driver driving a long distance without a co-driver who can, relieve them along the way. And they are urging to the freight industry and just the motorists in general to respect the rules of the roads and to be alert all the time, just to ensure that they avoid some of the accidents. And with that, studio, it's back to you.